You told the female officer that transported you that she should take you to jail for murder because you killed Sheila.
No, it's not. I didn't touch her.
This is 57-year-old Michael Ingold, the man accused of killing his 59-year-old girlfriend, Sheila Lawton.
The clip him.
And run down the driveway to take her gun.
I never hurt her.
Well,
I called 911 instantly.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you went outside. You're banging on your neighbor's door.
On June 25th, 2022, at approximately 4:13 a.m., Ingold called 911 to report that he had woken up and found Lawton deceased. He told investigators he had arrived home around 6:30 p.m., watched television, and fell asleep on the couch. He claimed he briefly woke up around 2:30 a.m. and heard Lawton in the kitchen getting a beer, then woke again at 4:01 a.m. to find her body. An autopsy later determined that Lawton died from manual strangulation. On July 27, 2022, two detectives interrogated Ingold and told him the cause of death. He responded with a frantic denial, insisting he never touched her. Despite being the only two people in the home at the time, Ingold maintained his innocence throughout multiple interviews.
And not under arrest at this time.
What?
That's just our standard.
Oh, I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't done nothing right.
This one is not locked here or anything, Michael, all right? Just let me know.
Okay, so we have a couple of reports to go over with you.
Okay.
The first is the toxicology report, because that's what we.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. So the toxicology report says she doesn't have any drugs in her system.
Good. Okay, I was worried about
So there's no heroin, there's no
that.
methamphetamine.
Good. I thought because
there's
I
nothing
gave
illegal.
paperwork to her daughter, and she's been going through disability. She's been downhill spiral, but just 2 weeks ago she told me she started losing weight. And something that her daughter read that said June 10th she was at a doctor, and there was something in there about methamphetamine, and I'm glad.
Those results are all the typically abused drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have final results that they'll be doing, but there's nothing indicative in her urine that would show.
Okay, good.
So if she's using heroin or methamphetamine, that would show in the urine because
Right.
your body's flushing that out.
Right.
There was alcohol in her system.
Yeah, she drinks my
Obviously-
12-pack of beer and 2 wine coolers.
Yeah. So she's at a 0.14, which is about 5 drinks. So she's not highly intoxicated. So that night, I know you had told us before, you got home from work, you were over with the neighbors,
Well, yeah,
living on a stump.
she's been smoking cigarettes, like 2 packs a day.
Oh, okay.
And right away, like I said, the worst thing I didn't give her her last kiss, and I bitched at her right when I pulled in the driveway because she came out, and she usually don't come out. She can you go get me a pack of cigarettes? I had the neighbor at 11 o'clock that day get her a pack. By the time I got there at 7, she was already through them.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a little upset, so instead of yelling, I just went over to help the neighbors dig out a stump.
Okay, and then she calls you back in the house.
Yeah,
and
she
sits
called
for
me
a
back,
while.
time to come back in, so I took a shower and laid down on the couch. She sat on her chair. I woke up at 1:30. She was, because I bought her 2 wine coolers. I bought a 12-pack of beer for myself, and even the neighbor could say, oh, I had 1 beer.
Okay.
And that's why
Did anybody, when you guys went back in the house, anybody come over and visit you?
no.
Anybody come over and visit her?
I kicked most of the people out of my house.
Okay.
Because all there is meth heads and heroin addicts up there.
Okay. So we came and talked to you on the 27th in the morning,
Right?
and we picked up the rest of her other medication.
Right.
And then you had called for help.
I'm still
Yeah.
a nervous wreck over it. I just
Yeah.
went to a funeral yesterday, same place my wife was laid out. It just seemed like everybody's dropped
Okay.
lately.
So you were pretty angry with her brother.
Oh, I still hate that piece.
Okay.
He's a waste of skin.
Still don't want to kill him, though, do you?
No.
Okay.
But if I seen somebody attacking him, I wouldn't stop them.
So when you were taken into custody, you told the female officer that transported you that she should take you to jail for murder because you killed Sheila.
Well, in a sense, I did. Because I wasn't there all the time. I don't know what she's been doing, how she takes her pills. It's 2 weeks prior I came home and she thought it was Tuesday. And it was Friday night.
Okay.
And it turns out she was on these mood stabilizers. So I immediately went to the pharmacist and got her pills, and the pharmacist told me that's a dangerous drug.
Okay.
And I don't know what she takes, how she's supposed to take them, and how many she's supposed to take.
Yeah, you had told us that you weren't really part of her medical.
No, and she would never
health.
let me in on that.
Okay. So we have a cause of death from the autopsy.
What is it?
Okay, strangulation.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
yes, it
I
is.
didn't touch her.
So, you know, much like your,
I didn't touch her. I swear to God, I didn't touch her.
did you know? Well, it's clear that you did.
I didn't touch her.
You know, she has.
I didn't touch her. I didn't even drink. I had one beer that
She has
night.
bleeding on both sides of her throat.
I didn't touch her.
And this is broke in her voice box. So
I didn't touch her.
So you
Michael,
know,
it's pretty clear that something
I
happened.
didn't touch her.
you know,
It's-
is this a case where
I didn't touch her. I
Were
didn't
you-
touch her.
were
I
you
didn't
guys-
touch her at all.
you guys had an argument?
No,
and
we
you-
didn't have no argument.
and you
No
choked her and
argument
let her go?
whatsoever. No argument whatsoever.
Okay, you can't break.
I
The
didn't
bone.
touch her. I don't know what happened. When I touched her, she was ice cold when I woke up at 4:01.
Okay, this doesn't. She can't do this herself,
I didn't touch her.
and she's, you know. You said that you hadn't touched her before the police arrived,
I didn't touch her.
and this is how she was found.
That's how she was found.
And she's grabbing.
No, she
grabbing
wasn't found this way. Her hip was up here.
You
There
did-
was a glass of orange juice here.
that's right there.
There was a beer on the head thing.
So I
didn't touch her.
I don't think you intended on her
I
to
didn't
die.
touch her. I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her.
I think, you know,
I didn't touch her. I wouldn't hit her.
I'm not saying
I
you
didn't
hit her.
hit her.
I didn't say you hit
That's
her.
not what we were
But
saying.
I
we're
didn't
saying
touch her. I didn't touch
she was
her.
grabbed by the throat, and I think, you know,
I
you're
didn't
upset.
touch her.
And when you released her, she just couldn't.
I didn't touch her. Don't say that I did that. I wouldn't do that to her.
By the evidence that we have, that we've seen, Michael, it's very clear that something that you did caused
I
her
wouldn't
death.
do that to her.
Okay.
So the only question is whether or not it was something where you intended to do that, or if you
I
guys got
did
into
not
an
touch
altercation
her.
and then it was an accident.
I did not touch her. I didn't even give her a kiss.
Mike, you're the only two in the house. This is fresh. She died of a strangulation.
Oh my God!
And if
I
you-
didn't do this.
And you know,
I
basically,
did not touch her. I can't believe I'm being accused of this.
well, based on the evidence of what we have, you're going to be taken into custody.
Oh my God! I can't believe this is happening to me. Oh, I didn't touch her. I would never touch her. Oh my God! Why would you think I would touch? Oh.
So you want to put your hands out in front of you?
I can't believe I'm being arrested for doing something to her.
The sheer frequency and mechanical repetition of the denial go beyond simple truth-telling. They become a verbal tic of psychological self-preservation. The brain, under extreme stress, defaults to a scripted mantra to block out the incoming reality. It indicates that his emotional regulation is crumbling, even as he insists on his innocence, revealing a mind that is simultaneously horrified and utterly unprepared to accept the forensic evidence being presented.
Okay, I'll continue to talk to you if you want to give a statement, but I've got to Mirandize you.
We have to read your rights to you.
Do you want to continue to talk?
I'll talk to you as much as you want to talk.
Okay.
I have no problem. I have nothing to hide.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. This means you do not have to talk to anyone if you do not want to. Anything you say will be used against you in court. You have the right to a lawyer right now during your questioning, and you know you can hire your own lawyer.
I have no money now.
If you have money to pay for a lawyer, if you do not have money to pay for a lawyer, the court will appoint one for you at no cost to you.
I didn't touch
And
her.
you can stop questioning at any time.
I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. I wouldn't harm my hair on her head. Oh my God, this is dumb.
Okay. Michael, I know we asked you outside.
Do
Okay.
you agree to talk to us?
I'll talk to you. I got nothing to hide. I told you,
Okay.
that guy's from day one.
It's clear, Mike. I know you guys
I
have
did
some
not
issues.
touch her. I would never touch her.
I mean, she's living at your house. She's not cleaning up.
That's all right. That's all right. I can do it too.
She's spending your
She's
money.
had problems. So what? Everybody's got problems.
Okay. Well-
But I've never given up on her.
Well, this got to a point where you guys got in some type of argument.
No, sir. I took a shower. I got dried up. I got dressed. I got on the couch. She came down. We watched her. She likes watching these cop shows. And I fell asleep. I woke up. I think it was like 1:30 in the morning. I said, "What are you doing?" She says, "I'm getting a beer." I said, "Just go back to bed." And then I woke up at like 4 o'clock because sometimes she sets the alarm on PM instead of AM.
Did you get in an argument?
No,
with your
not
captain
at
after
all.
beer?
Not at
Then
all.
How does she get strangled?
I don't know.
This is not something that she does.
I understand this, but
Okay.
I don't know. I'll take a lie detector test. I didn't touch her.
Okay. Well, you had strangled her in Waukesha.
No, I didn't strangle her in Waukesha. That's how this started. With the drugs that she's been on, she gets like a space case. Was there ever a gun found? No, there wasn't a gun found.
We're not talking about the gun. We're talking about her.
I never
injuries.
touched her. Never touched her. When
gave us
she
a
went down to the bed, no, I
evidence,
did.
Michael.
Oh, yes, I did. I put my hand over her mouth. I didn't stab her throat because I went like just shh. And then that was it. I did not touch her neck. I never touched her neck.
Okay. In this case, they did specialized testing. They took tissue samples.
Then somebody was in my house.
You're the only one there, Mike.
I agree, but I didn't touch her.
She can't.
I didn't touch
You
her.
can't strangle
I didn't
yourself.
touch her. I didn't touch her. Do you think I would have been willing to come up here if I thought I was going to get arrested for murder?
Well, I
Don't know,
think you
that's
thought.
your choice.
I think you thought you were gonna. You wanted to be arrested before because you made those statements that you.
You're taking stuff out of context.
Okay.
Just like the Pete's brother. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Well, I can't take a medical examiner's report out of context.
Okay, but I didn't touch her. That I'm not going to change any way, shape, or form. I never even touched her that night. Never gave her a kiss.
Okay. Well, you got anything in your pockets? You're gonna have to empty that out.
Yeah, I got money and stuff.
Okay, you can take that with you in the
Do you have-
jail so you can make
Most
phone
importantly,
calls.
do you have any weapons, anything on you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Poke anybody, cut anybody?
Nothing. Absolutely
Do you
nothing.
need any phone numbers out of your phone?
I don't know. I'm going to lose my house. Our house.
We can take care of that over there.
I haven't even had a shower in 3 days because all I do is work. This is not real. This is not happening. Just like that fight, I couldn't believe it.
It is real, and that's
I
all based
understand,
on-
but I didn't do a thing.
Okay. And this is all based on the evidence that we have.
I didn't do a thing. I didn't touch her. I didn't lay a finger on her. I touched her arm when I found her. I didn't touch her. Oh my gosh.
Has not been searched. Okay. All right, sir. Go ahead and send it up for me.
I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. She was my fiancée. Why would I hurt her? There's money in there.
Okay. And that'll all be counted up and put in your property.
Can I give it to a neighbor to pay my bills? Because she hasn't paid bills in 2 months.
Well, you'll want some in the jail so you can make phone calls.
Just put that back in your pocket for now.
Okay, so you're still in custody.
Yes.
And I Mirandized you before, but I'm going to Mirandize you again.
Okay.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. This means you do not have to talk to anyone if you don't want to.
Right.
Anything you say will be used against you in court.
Okay.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer right now during your questioning. You know that you can hire your own lawyer. If you do not have money to pay for a lawyer, you know that the court will appoint one for you at no cost to you, and you can stop this questioning at any time.
I have no problems with that.
Okay.
Telling you guys anything.
All right. Did I read this page out loud to you?
Yes.
Did you read this entire page?
Yes.
Do you understand everything on the page?
Yes, yeah.
And do you waive these rights and agree to talk to me?
Yes, I agree to talk to you.
Okay. Anyone force you to talk to me?
No.
You want to make any threats or promises to you?
No.
Okay. Have you sign right here? While I'm finishing up the form, you can let us know what you want us to know.
No, it's just when you said when the gal took me to I had mumbled that I killed my wife. I did say that, but not in the context that you meant.
Yeah, you told us that.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just I wanted to clarify that because it seems like with you guys, you got to say what you mean or say what you mean to say you can't say what you feel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, difference between how you take something literally and
Right,
what you say.
right,
I understand.
right,
I understand the context of that.
Right.
But in listening to her initial report, it didn't seem like there was a bunch of context to it, except that you had said that.
Okay.
But I understand. You had talked to her for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were obviously
I'm
obviously distraught.
I'm still all I can think about in here.
And and this is obviously weighing on your mind.
It was even when I was trying to go to work, I would break down. Thank God I had work, or else just hard. And you were going to show me that report there from how supposedly she died. I've been thinking about that. I never touched her. She was a hacker, though. Even her useless piece of brother called her to hack. She would light a cigarette, take a drag, cough for 5 minutes, and take another drag. Light a cigarette. She was going through 2.5 packs a day.
Well, certainly the autopsy showed that she had an enlarged heart. She certainly had health.
Did she?
She had health conditions, but
I knew it. I knew it.
But you can't strangle yourself.
Right, I didn't strangle her. I didn't touch her.
You can't fracture that part of your neck.
Okay, I understand that.
And you're talking about, we know about the Waukesha case.
Right, and that never happened.
Okay,
Mike,
stop for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
We've read the reports from the Waukesha case. We've looked at the photos of her neck from the Waukesha case. You admitted there that you got in a physical altercation with her. You admitted
but I never grabbed her neck.
You admitted that you grabbed her wrist, and you admitted that
that's when she stood up to hit me.
And you admitted that you grabbed her neck.
I did not grab her neck. I grabbed her balls. I pushed her back down to the bed, and I grabbed her mother like this.
The report says you grabbed her neck, but you denied strangling her.
I never strangled her. Never. And I never would.
There's red marks on her neck.
I don't know where they came from. They weren't from me.
All right. So I don't want to.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to rehash that.
Right. Okay.
I mean, you guys are the only two in the house. I mean, I don't think you intended this to happen.
I would never hurt her. She was my only thing I have. I have nobody. I would never heard her.
Well,
I called 911 instantly.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you went outside. You're banging on your neighbor's door. You said you woke up at 4.
I did. I don't know what. I just lost my mind at that point.
You said you woke up at 4:01.
401.
The 911 calls 13 minutes later. Her phone is laying by her bed. You have a landline, correct?
Yeah, I don't even know where the phone is.
Well, you didn't use her phone. You didn't use your phone. You didn't use your landline, and you didn't call 911.
Whose phone did I use?
You used. He called 911, and you talked using his phone.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember that part. I was just...
You didn't call 911 until he suggested it, actually.
Well, I was pounding on the window. I remember that.
And he saw you pouting, and then he came over and said, "What's going on?"
Yeah, and then Tim was pounding on his his house.
He wasn't there until a couple hours later.
Right.
So,
correct.
You know,
I mean, we're still left with the question of, why or how this happened. She can't do this to herself.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay.
But I'm going to stick this to the day I die, that I never laid a finger on her. I came home. I didn't give her a kiss. That's the only thing that I'm pissed at for not doing, is giving her a kiss, because I was mad about the cigarettes.
What vehicle did you drive home?
I drove my pickup truck home.
Okay, you told the officer that night you drove your motorcycle home at 95 miles an hour. And also you said you brought 2 wine coolers and a 12-pack of beer.
12-pack of beer?
Your neighbors said you came home with no alcohol. They saw you come home, they saw you go in the house, and you didn't have any alcohol or wine coolers with you.
I didn't help him cut his stump out?
You did. You didn't bring any alcohol home.
Oh,
You didn't take any alcohol in the house.
Not when I first came home, no. But when I came to the door, she came out right away. She goes, "I need cigarettes." So I turned around and went back to Thunderbirds.
That's not what Tim says.
Well then, where did I get the Budweiser cans?
Thunderbirds.
It's either
That's the first time you're mentioning this.
Oh, it's either Thunderbirds or what's the one in Jason owns?
The Lakeside Sickle.
Lakeside Sickle. Okay, it's either that one or Thunderbirds.
All right.
Because I know she smoked the crowns.
And she had texted you.
Yeah, I still save her text on there.
Yeah, she texted you to pick her up a pack of
cigarettes. Yeah, and I ended up getting her 2 packs.
And that was before you arrived. Well, before you arrived.
I could have sworn I went back to get her cigarettes.
Well, your neighbor said you didn't. Your neighbor said you guys were the only ones at the house.
Okay, but I drove up on the truck, not the bike.
Okay, but that's not what you told the officers initially. So
I don't know which way is up right now.
Okay,
tell you.
Well, and to our point, it's time to stop with.
I have nothing about it. I will take a polygraph test that states I did not touch her.
Okay, well that's up for you and your attorney, but she didn't choke herself.
I understand that, but I did not touch her.
I don't think your intent was to.
I never touched her. Why?
Now, here's a question, Michael, I got for you. You mentioned that you didn't give her a kiss.
No, because I was upset about all the cigarettes she's been smoking. You know how many packs? You go through a carton in 5 days, that's 2 packs a day there, plus 2 that I give her usually during the week or the weekend before I even leave. So you're talking to come back there, that's 10, that's 14 packs of cigarettes in a 7-day period.
So we were talking about context. Give me some context of when you were upset about the cigarettes. When did that happen?
When I came home to the door, and first thing she said to me, I was going to give her a kiss, but then first thing she said, she needed cigarettes. And prior that morning, she called me at work and said she was out of cigarettes. I said, "You kidding?" She goes, "Will you call Tim?" A pack of cigarettes somewhere around 10:30. And by the time I got back from work that night, I think at around 7, she was already out of that pack of cigarettes. And she had texted me she needs a pack of cigarettes.
Do you think that obviously she had some health issues.
I didn't know she had an enlarged heart. So does my daughter.
Well,
she was walking around shaking all the time.
Okay. Do you think that anything to do with you locking her down in the house for 2 years? You told us you hid her. from us for 2 years because she was a witness, because she was a witness, and she texted you.
I didn't know she had an enlarged heart. So does my daughter. Well, she was walking around shaking all the time. Do you think that anything to do with you locking her down in the house for 2 years? You told us you hid her from us for 2 years because she was a witness,
and she was a victim on your Waukesha case.
Okay, can I
So
go through this whole thing? When this happened, I came home from over the road. I worked for Smooth Operators at the time.
Okay, we've looked at all those reports.
Okay.
So I don't want to.
But I told her I'm pulling the plug on paying for this house. I paid for her house.
I don't want to go over.
Okay,
keep going
well, I'm
over
just
that.
trying
The
to
fact
get it.
is that after that case is started,
She
you
wouldn't go to
bring
court.
her up here,
I didn't want her up here.
and you lock her down. You told your neighbors she's got a warrant.
Yeah, she had.
And
You told us that you kept us from locating her at your house.
Right. I didn't want her there, but she had no place to go. I'm not going to let her. I told her even to go talk to my attorney. Go appear in court. Tell him she didn't want to do that because she was lying.
And your attorney's going to say that?
No, my attorney didn't know.
Well, you just said you told her to go see your attorney.
Yeah, I told her to go see my attorney.
Well, wouldn't you have that talk with your attorney that she's going to come and see you? Wouldn't you tell your attorney, hey, she was going to come and talk to you?
Well, all my attorney said they're going to keep coming by you trying to get a hold of you.
You were at all the court hearings, correct? You were at all your court hearings?
All the ones I had to appear at, yes.
Right. And you knew that you had a court order, no contact with her.
Yes, I
from
did.
the date, and you
Yes, I
have
did.
violated that.
Yes, I did.
For this entire period of time.
Yes, I did,
You
because
kept
she had
her-
no place to go.
But you just told us that you didn't want her here.
I didn't want her there, but where could she go? She had nowhere to go. What do you do?
But that
She
doesn't
couldn't
make
go by
sense,
her
Michael.
daughters.
If you don't want her here,
I didn't want her because of the problems with the court. And everything was just...
Those weren't her problems. Those were your
Oh,
problems.
I understand that.
See,
I
none of that-
understand that.
Your story doesn't make sense.
Okay,
Mike.
well, how does it not make sense? She's not supposed to have contact with me.
No,
I'm not
you're,
supposed to have
yeah,
contact
you're not
with her.
supposed to have contact with her, but you do.
But she
you do.
came up there anyways. What do I do then?
You tell her, I don't want contact with you, I can't.
I told her
But
I had a hard time.
You took her in. You said you'd take her in any time.
Yes,
and
I
then
would.
you're actively hiding her from us.
Yes, I did.
And you did that for months and months.
No, she
Actively
went
hiding
over
her
by
from us.
Newman's house for a little while.
Did you kick her out any time?
No. Never.
You never kicked her
Never.
out?
No. Oh, in fact, check this out. She was going to leave one time. Yeah, she did say that. And she thought I was going out with the nurse. The you guys took me to? She left the house, and I knew something was wrong. Because she said she'd call me when she got to Muskego. She made it to Bondwell, the Quick Trip in Bondwell. I guess she passed out in the bathroom. Next, I think it was like 4 or 5 days later, I get a phone call from her mother saying Sheila's just leaving. And I went and picked up her car at Bondwell, and I picked up my dog from the Humane Society.
Now, she went there voluntarily.
Yeah. Well,
Talking about abuse from you.
No, she was going to her parents' house to see them. This is where she's crazy.
She had a medical condition.
I never had. Okay, I didn't even know she had a medical condition. When she was in the
20
hospital,
different
she
medications.
called me. She would call me every day, and she would go, Mike, Steven Zadok and Jeff Zize are on the wood, or up on the roof. They're shooting arrows. And she goes, you're dating the nurse here. Nothing made sense. Like I said, for the last 4 months, she'd walk around the house, walking baby steps like she had these on, and her hands would just quiver. Just
okay,
constant
and that,
shaking.
That may be, Michael, but we still get back to the point where none of that caused her death.
Right.
And the only two in that house are you and her.
I didn't touch her.
She's got injuries to her neck that she's
I didn't
not
touch
going to
her.
cause by herself.
I understand
And
it.
you-
I didn't touch her.
And
I
you
didn't
strangled
touch
her in the past.
No. Honestly, no. No, I never have, and I've never hit her.
We're not saying you hit her. We never said you
I
hit
would
her.
never hit her. And I would never strangle her. No, I loved her. We were just turning a cornerstone this month with my job. Now she was going to start looking at Indeed.com for jobs local. She was so hard. She was so lonely there alone every day. But I had to get the bills caught up, so this is what I had to do. But yeah, we just turned the corner, and our birthday was coming up in September. We always take a week off every
You're a truck
September.
driver, right?
I was a truck driver.
You got a CDL.
Yeah.
So there's a bazillion jobs that are local here that are hiring.
Yeah, I
for
went
truck
to,
drivers.
what was that, now they're called Progressive Foods. They built a new warehouse on,
Reinhardt?
yeah, old Reinhardt. And I went there. But the stuff that was between me, before it got dropped, me and Sheila, they were going to hire me. But then when I come in for a second interview, oh, you got personal problems that got to be resolved first. Otherwise, I would have been hired on the spot for $30 an hour. Just being a local, I was just going to be moving trucks in and out of docks, or trailers, I should say, a yard jockey.
Okay, well, we're still where we're at.
I
think.
understand that,
Yeah,
but I
you
have
know,
nothing to hide, and I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. She's the only thing I have. Why would I touch her?
Well, we think you guys got into argument. Let me
Okay,
talk.
go ahead.
You guys got into argument. It didn't take much. You guys got into argument. You grabbed her throat, even if it's only for a second. You realized, you know, you shouldn't have done that. You walked away, and she went on one knee, grabbed the blankets, and she couldn't recover her breath, and she dies.
This moment is critical because it shows narrative absorption without rebuttal. Instead of forcefully denying the specific physical scenario, the suspect sidesteps it entirely to argue about the timeline of the neighbor's stump. This is a classic interrogative tell. When a suspect avoids disputing the mechanics of the crime and instead focuses on minor contextual details, it often signals an internal, unspoken acceptance of the event's plausibility.
Okay, that's okay. That's like I said. I helped the neighbors dig. She called out of the house, and she said, "Mike, it's time to come in."
That's not what happened then?
That's not what happened. No, I never touched her.
Okay. All right.
Did the neighbor even say that she called me and told it's time to come in?
Yep.
Okay, see. And did I about it? No. I just was worried about her health. She just keeps puffing away on the cigarettes. Puff, puff, puff. And hacking and hacking. I didn't know she had an enlarged heart. My daughter's got one right now.
Well, I'm sure her health issues didn't improve when you got her locked down in the house for 2 years, not allowing her to go anyplace.
She had the car. She could have gone wherever she wanted.
Not before that letter shows up where she recants her statement. You got her locked down for almost 2 years. You told her neighbors she wasn't allowed out of the house. Your neighbors said they never saw her. Every once in a while they'd see her walk the dog. She didn't start driving until after this January, when this letter shows up in Shawano County. So you pretty much had her on lockdown. You told us.
But yeah, to a certain extent, but she could go, it's not like I had her prisoner there. Her car was there, she would go into town every once in a while. But I told her, that one time I said...
With your permission?
She don't need my permission, she's a grown woman.
But not before your case was dismissed.
She went into town a few times. And she was running around when I left the car for her, when she had doctor's appointments, and she admitted to me that she was running around town drinking. I said, you're going to get in big trouble. The smoking, the drinking. And when I met her, she didn't drink for 21 years. And when I met her, well...
So the problem is, Michael, if she gets caught when she's got that warrant
then I go to jail.
You get into big trouble, not her.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, well, what can I tell her? No, you can't go anywhere?
You call your attorney and say, hey, I have no contact with her and she won't leave me alone. And then you work with your attorney to get away from her. You don't bring her in the house and you put her on lockdown.
Well, what if she has no place to go? She can't stay by her mom.
That's not your problem.
I know that's not my problem, but she's always going to be my problem.
You can't blame her for that.
No, I can't.
You got in that position yourself.
I understand.
You're the one that was intoxicated and got in the trouble.
She was drunk when I
You're the
came
one-
home at
you're the-
7:30 in
you're
the
the
morning.
one
I
that-
wasn't even drinking.
You're the one that had the gun. You're the one that threatened to kill her.
I didn't have a gun.
So, all right, I think we're done. I don't.
Okay,
I think we're
like
just
I said-
moving backwards,
Okay.
and
We
I don't
keep
think
Can,
it's
can I
circling
see that
around.
thing, that paper though, from that medical guy that,
where it says
Yeah.
strangulation.
yeah.
Sure.
Because I know I didn't look at it. When you said that, I just freaked out. Where is it?
So this is the medical examiner report by Chief Medical Examiner of Fond du Lac County Medical Examiners.
Okay, I heard that's where she worked.
Cause of death, strangulation.
Yeah, I believe you. I didn't touch her. I swear to God, I didn't touch her. Why would I touch her? I got nothing to gain. My job,
That's what we're,
my job, she's the beneficiary. If I die, she gets everything.
People
Nothing-
get in arguments
nothing to
every.
do.
People get in arguments every day.
Right,
Mike.
I understand that, but
people
I
get
was so
arguments,
tired
do-
when I
they
get
do
home.
things, do things that they regret and do things they can't control, and it just happens so fast.
I 100% understand that. Like I said, when she called me and I took a shower, we started to watch Oak Island, but then I realized that Oak Island hasn't had new episodes, so we turned on her police shows. She likes watching it. I can't stand them. Next thing I wake up, I hear ruckus in the kitchen, and it's her. She's grabbing a beer. It was something around 1-something in the morning. I don't know. I said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Go back to bed." So she went back to bed. That was it, and I went back to
So you
sleep.
didn't hear anybody coming in your front door.
I don't know. I was
That's
so
right there.
tired.
Well, your room is.
Well,
If you heard her in the kitchen, you would have heard somebody
well, she
opening your
dropped
front
the
door,
beer.
and your dog would have barked.
My dog don't bark. He can't see anymore. I don't know. I know I didn't do nothing. I don't be hypnotized to whatever. I want to know the truth too, but I swear to God, I did not touch her. I wouldn't harm a hair on her head. Been with her for 11 years. And I have nothing to gain. She wouldn't let me sleep in the bed with her because I got RLS. I kick my leg and I kick my feet all the time. I wiggle my feet or whatever. She says I breathe too loud. And I can't really fall asleep without the TV on either. Like she goes to sleep with the TV off.
so you mentioned that, I mean, you're frustrated with she's not taking care of herself, right?
I
mean,
didn't
you
know
said
she
that.
had. I knew she was getting bad.
Right.
And the last time when she did her rounds, when I had to take the motorcycle down to work, which I hated, she took the car and I told her I wanted to talk to the doctors, but she
Okay.
never.
Well, I mean, you've said that you're getting frustrated. She's smoking a lot, smoking too much,
Right.
probably drinking too much,
Right.
right? So whatever time in the morning you notice she's in the kitchen getting a beer, is it possible that you get upset with her?
No, I just said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Go back to bed." What?
Okay.
I was tired. You run around town, you drive to work, you run around town, you drive for 10, sometimes 12 hours a day, maybe you've got to drive 3 hours back to Shawano. There's not much left in me by the time I get back here.
Right.
Speaking of her motorcycle, do you have a problem with her family coming and getting her motorcycle?
Yeah, until I get my parts off of it. I put special parts on it. When
It's titled in her name.
I understand that, but the parts that I still have the receipt. When we first got together, she was jealous of my motorcycle. I have a 52 Panhead that's sitting next to it, and she was so jealous. Once I got it started, she put salt, sugar, and sand in there and seized the engine. And I never had a problem with that because she always didn't. She wanted to be on her bike with her. And she blew a transmission. I paid for the transmission. I still have the receipts. For the belt drive, I paid $5,000 for that belt drive. I have the original parts for her.
So are the other motorcycles yours?
Those are mine.
One of those owned by Newman?
Yep, the orange one, the one that's, I'm doing, his son wrecked that. I'm working on that one. The white pickup truck is owned by 96 Tahoe there. That's mine. The titles should be on my copy machine.
The 442?
The 442, that's mine.
Okay.
Did you find the keys for it?
We didn't mess
No, we
with the
didn't.
442.
Oh, I thought maybe you wanted to look in the trunk or
No,
something.
we didn't.
Well, we looked in the trunk, but
How'd you get the trunk open?
the keys are in the kitchen.
Oh, that's what I said.
Yeah, we had no
Oh,
problem.
okay, well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we'll take you back.
All right.
Okay, so you're still in custody, so I gotta.
I don't have a lawyer.
Okay, well, I still gotta go through the form and everything here, okay?
Right.
Just to be clear though, you're communicating with us that you'd like to speak with us, is that
Right.
accurate?
Right.
Okay, and what's your age, Michael?
I don't know, I just had a birthday. Sheila was yesterday, or no, Sunday, I think 58,
Okay. And what's your date of birth?
9/18/64.
Alright, today is the 27th. Okay, so we've been through this form before with you. You have the right to remain silent. This means that you do not have to talk to anyone if you do not want to. Anything you do say will be used against you in court. You have the right to a lawyer right now during questioning. You can hire your own lawyer if you do not have money to pay a lawyer. Excuse me. The court will appoint one for you at no cost, and you can stop this questioning at any time that you want to. And I'll just
Okay.
have you just read through those, make sure you understand that.
Yep.
Alright. Okay, so we gotta go through these questions on here again too. I just need you to answer those. That's me.
Yeah. The other one's Gam.
Yep. Alright, then just sign her there. Okay, so couple things I just wanted to ask you first off. I mean, we've talked before, obviously, but
Yeah.
and we had a phone number for you. What's your? Do you have a landline phone at home too?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. What number is that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Sheila used that a lot. It was on my phone somewhere.
Okay. But
I'm sure it was.
Is it still active? Do you
No,
know?
no. Because I remember one of the last things I did before I came here is I paid part of the cable bill. I think it was, I don't even remember what the number was.
Okay.
It ended in 5-3, I believe.
Okay. 5-3. All right. And was that still active?
It was active up until,
Yeah. When did
I
the
think-
service come to a?
I think about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, because I called my neighbor and he said, he goes, I think the power went out. I said, why is that? He says, because I lost, he goes, because he didn't have internet, so we let him use our internet, gave him the password, so he had some type of internet, but he said the internet. I said the bill probably just, it wasn't paid. She was back a couple months on payments on the bill, so
Okay, so the landline phone Sheila used for the most
Yeah,
part?
she used that because I had lost my phone. Oh, I've got to try to remember this now. I lost my phone like last year, and I just recently got a phone. I think I got my phone finally in February, about 3 weeks or 4 weeks after I just got my new job in January.
Okay.
Where I was working, and then I got a phone, but because I used to take her phone to work, and she would use the landline.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you reached out to us. I mean, what did you want to talk about?
I'm trying to remember. This was like a month and a half ago, or 2 months almost. Well, one thing, the latest thing is I heard your CI got busted. So we had some guy come in a pod, I'm not sure, a week ago, 2 weeks, I can't remember time anymore now. He got busted or something.
Okay.
Drug bust at Jeff's house.
That sounds familiar. The name sounds
And
familiar.
him and 2 females, I guess.
Okay.
And he said that before you guys came and raided the place, I didn't know the guy. Well, he said he knew me right away. He said he met me before. Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, I don't know who you are. He says, I met you. I came over to your house with Jeff one time. I said, okay, fine, whatever, you know.
Okay.
And then he goes, I just want to let you know that before the police came, planning to rob your house. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
But you guys never did any investigating, did you, on my case?
Are we talking about Sheila now, or are we talking
about Sheila, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And it's
okay.
ongoing, still going. I mean, that's what we thought you wanted to talk with
Well,
us about.
I did, but everybody in there tells me to not talk to you. I don't know why, but
okay.
Like I said, I got nothing to hide, and I had no reason to kill Sheila. I made that comment, but you guys take everything out of context. Yeah, I might as well. I don't know if it's going to kill me or not, but I know she was now, but and I swear to God, if one of the people, I thought I knew exactly who it was, but I could be wrong. But the only one thing that ever since I was arrested, I can't sleep from 12 o'clock in the morning usually till about 3 o'clock at night for when all this crap happened.
Okay.
And there's one thing that, because I only heard Lucky maybe bark once. You know, I hear him during the night, but I'm real hard of hearing. Everybody but me in there that I can't hear. And you could take this any way you like to. The glass that was on the bed, you can ask my neighbor's son this if you want. There's only one person that comes over to my house and drinks orange juice. This is after, I thought of this after the came in, and it just, because when he said the 2 people's names that were planning around my house, it started to make sense.
Okay.
Whenever he comes over to my house, he doesn't drink my beer. There's only one person. I figured that night, I thought for sure it would have been. But then when I thought about the orange juice, and because I know if he come over, he would drink my beer. And Sheila, when I came home on a Friday or Saturday, she wouldn't wake me up. She let me catch a sleep.
Okay.
But my dog, which is still alive,
Lucky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
or our dog, I should say, there was only one person that he would never bark at. For some stupid reason, I don't know. He's half blind too, just like me, but he would never bark at me. And that night, and like I said, I never thought in the back of my mind when I came here that Wednesday that I would be arrested for this. But when I have been thinking about, like I said, the cuff and stuff, now the time that Sheila called me to tell me to come in, there's only one thing I can't figure out.
And you're talking about when she called you, because you were
Well,
over at
I was,
Tim's
oh, yeah, we
place.
were pulling a stump out.
Okay.
And she told me to come in, and I said, okay, fine. And, you know, I don't, the timeline, I'm not exactly sure, but I remember, because I know I laid down on the couch a little bit before, and I think it's right before I took a shower, because Sheila was still in the back room. She was doing laundry or something. And I was just sat down and relaxed, watched TV, and I was laying down a little bit, and I had the TV on for a second or two, and I think I dozed off for a second. And then I opened my eyes because somebody was talking, and it was at the butcher block. And I go, what are you doing here? And he says, just in the neighborhood. I'm not sure exactly, but I remember him asking me for a cigarette. Because I had come home, the first thing I did is grab her cigarettes, the 2 wine coolers, and the 12-pack of beer. And I never grabbed my cigarettes. And I pulled out the stump, and she told me to come in the house, lay down on the couch, and then there was no. And then, since he woke me up, I looked on the table, I didn't have my cigarettes there. I said, you have a cigarette? He says, no. So I got up and I went outside. The bike was already in the garage. I grabbed the cigarettes out of the bike, and I came in. He had one and I had one. And then he left a couple minutes after that. But that's going on with him lately. His old lady was bitching all the time about him. Does he do drugs with you? I told her I don't do drugs anymore. But he was with us on several occasions. But I do that. I don't know. I don't know nothing anymore. The more I think about this, the more I get confused.
So I guess where are you getting at? I mean,
I'm just curious. Well, I've been sitting here, I think, for 2 months now. I'm not too sure at a time, but I don't know. It's just there's too many people that were in and out of my house. Like that morning when I was at work in Waukesha, usually Sheila would call me at like, it depends on when I had to get up for work. She would call me like 3 o'clock in the morning. I always tell her, well, I had an alarm clock that I bought. And she would call me sometimes because she couldn't sleep at times during the night.
Okay.
And she said every once in a while she had visitors at night. I told her I didn't like that. But that day, I think I talked to her 3 times that Friday. And I know it wasn't the time, I think I talked to her at like 20 after 2 or something, and I told her I'd be on my way home in a little while. And I heard talking in the background. I said, who's at the house? She said, Steve. And I told her, tell her, get out of our house, tell him never come back, because he's always stealing us. Okay. And he's always hanging around. And he's always out of his skull somewhere formed with, I don't know what he does for drug-wise, but...
Right.
But that's all I just thought I'd tell you.
Okay. So, you said you talked to Sheila probably 3 times on that Friday?
I think so. I'm not sure, yeah.
Like, how did you talk to her? On your cell phone?
Cell phone, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
she's calling you from...
Her phone.
Her cell phone?
Sometimes landline,
Okay.
sometimes a cell phone.
But she's calling you on your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I call her back sometimes when I get a chance, because I'm always driving the truck.
Okay.
And if I got a chance and I'm already at a stop, then I'll talk to her. But yeah, usually we talk in the morning before I leave, get up for work, or right when I'm waking up.
Okay.
And then usually I'll talk to her on the way to work. Sometimes it depends if she's up or not. And then usually I call her first thing as soon as I get off work every day.
Okay. So let me just kind of recap what you've told me so far and see if I've got this right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds to me like at some point it was your theory that it had something to do with Sheila's
Right.
death, was responsible for that.
Right.
And now it sounds to me like what you're getting at
I don't
is
know
that
anything
it's-
anymore. It's my world's upside down just as bad, or not close as bad as Sheila's is, but
Right.
doesn't matter. The outcome, things will never be the same anyways.
I mean, and now it sounds like it may, if I'm understanding what you're saying right, it may be your theory that might have something to do with her.
I think so, because here's another thing. During weeks after when stuff was going on, I had my kid, watch the house,
Yeah.
come over and check stuff. And here's another thing that I realized, like, that Wednesday I was arrested, or like I said, after they got me settled into a pot or whatever, I was able to start thinking. After you guys came with the coroner, or the coroner picked her up, I went
Okay.
back in the back room with just the reflecting look or whatever. And the dog came down the hall and just barks because he wouldn't come in the room for some reason. So we went back and just nonchalant, I seen the back door is unlocked, so I locked the door. And thinking nothing of it, that coming or a month Wednesdays, I'd be arrested, right?
Okay.
So the back door was unlocked. I remember I called a neighbor and I told him what I was thinking, and I said, but I never went outside to check the back door or outside door, because those doors are always locked. We never use it. We have no
Okay.
reason to use it. There's no dog leash out there. And Tim said he went over and he said the outside door was unlocked.
Okay.
And for the last few months, I noticed when the coroner came, or you guys came, somebody wanted her driver's license.
Okay.
Her phone, her purse was in a spot it never is.
Okay.
And I never touch her purse, because she's funny about that, so I never go into her purse, I mean, even if she tells me to. But the day that I came home, when I brought stuff up, she asked for money, so I gave her money. I can't remember, but I know after you guys left, I started drinking, and I started worrying about money, and then I realized gave you guys the driver's license, and I went back to looking at her purse. There was no money there.
Okay.
But I gave her money Friday when I came home from work.
How much did you give her?
Well, that's what I've been trying to figure out. Usually my checks anywhere from $1,000 to $1,300 a week take home. I think, because I cash my checks on Wednesdays. Wednesdays or Thursdays, it depends, but I think I gave her about $285 to $300, because I remember after you guys left, somebody had said they're going to freeze your bank accounts, and I said, well, I'll run down to the bank, because I don't even remember when I deposited the money into the bank. I think it was Thursday, or it was that Friday morning. So I went Saturday morning at 9 o'clock when the bank opened up. Tim gave me a ride, and I pulled money out.
Okay.
So I had money to live on. But I remember taking that week off. But yeah, but like I said, her purse is never there. Her purse is on the opposite side of the bed by the little nightstand table with the lamp in between the lamp and on the floor.
Okay.
That glass of orange juice still freaks me out, because I don't know, tape thinking about it.
Okay.
Because that glass is still standing upright with juice in it. That's
Right.
what.
This is a masterclass in retroactive cognitive reframing. Under the pressure of incarceration, the suspect is actively constructing a counter-narrative, grasping at peripheral details to create reasonable doubt. This over-elaboration indicates he is trying to convince himself, as much as the detectives, attempting to overlay a chaotic, eerie memory over the undeniable forensic reality.
And I didn't drink
So,
juice that much.
okay. Okay. So you would Sheila drink juice with her vodka?
She wasn't drinking vodka.
Okay. I mean, because there was empty bottles like behind the bed, the headboard.
Those are mine. She didn't drink hard alcohol because she got, what would you say, she would do things and not remember them. I mean,
Okay.
stupid things. I mean, the semi that I got in the backyard when we were moving stuff from Ingold up to Shawano, she got pissed or something because she heard I went to the bar and I had a couple of drinks with some of the guys from the club, which those guys are. And on the way up, she all of a sudden, she stood up, she started throwing stuff around while I was driving. I remember I had to take the rest area. And I said, do you want me to, I remember telling her, do you want me to call your mom? Because I know she had a real problem with alcohol. But my interior used to be immaculate. And I got over 2.5 million miles on that truck.
Mm-hmm.
And she tore up the inside of the, throwing stuff around.
That's from drinking hard alcohol?
Yeah, she just got ridiculous. But no, she didn't do it anymore after that.
Okay.
She never drank.
Okay.
But she did drink her wine coolers.
Okay.
But she never got, what do you say, I don't know, stupid or whatever.
Okay.
But,
Well, I'm just real talking with you, okay? I mean, I know you had this. Okay. We looked into that, and there's nothing there to suggest that
Okay.
he did anything.
okay.
Okay.
But like I was saying, I told my kid I had a truck in there I was working on. It was Marcia's from T-Mart.
Okay.
She had me, I was gonna put a transmission in there, and I just had so many projects going, wait for money to stuff. And came over with his son to get his bike. And my kid I don't know if my son's ever met him or not. But they've got the motorcycle out. I guess a day later, I called him up and asked him if his kid came to pick up the motorcycle when he was with him.
Okay.
He said the day he come to pick him up, he was so out of it.
Okay.
And then he asked if I had cameras on. And I told my son, I said, I hope you told him we have cameras.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though we really don't. We got one from the neighbor. Oh, that's another thing. Neighbor had a camera on the house the whole time.
Okay.
And I think I heard from my son that you guys stopped over there.
We did.
But you couldn't get the camera to go back far enough.
There wasn't any video. The way his cameras work, there wasn't any video.
Yeah, I don't know anything about cameras or
Yeah.
nothing, but
I mean, and there's no video of anybody coming in the driveway. There's no video
of that day?
Yeah.
But it did go back?
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay. I know he was down there that night.
Okay.
He was partying at Jeff's.
Okay.
So I don't know what you can see. Could you see the front of the house?
You can see the end of the driveway.
I mean, what do you mean into the driveway?
At the end of your driveway.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody would have come into that driveway, it would have tripped the camera.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
And
I know we were talking about. We looked into that.
Okay, another thing I thought, like I said, I
and
got
that-
nothing to
we
do.
We also have talked with
What
Michael.
about under fingernails? Because I
Okay.
thought if somebody's being choked, I don't
Yeah.
know how but wouldn't your normal instinct to be that they can, don't they do like DNA on
You would think
underneath
so.
the fingernails?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they do that?
The medical examiner does all that stuff.
Did he
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
Did they find DNA?
Not that I know of.
All right.
Okay. I mean, very real straight up with you, Michael, okay?
Right.
We've looked into Mr. He's not a suspect.
Okay.
We've talked with, okay? And we have nothing that's pointing to him
Okay.
being, and just straight out, everything that we have right now
It's pointing to me.
is evidence, pointing at
Right.
you. Okay?
Right.
And I just want to be straight with you.
Oh, I understand it.
Okay.
I don't mind that. I'd rather have things straight. But I am 100%, I went through this to my head to try to think, is there any possible, I wasn't even really drinking that day,
Okay.
and I was just blunt tired, and I don't know. I wanted to take a lie detector test, anything,
Like Detective Gam is mentioned before, okay? Between the two of us, we've worked probably thousands of domestic violence.
Right. Oh, I understand it.
Between two people living in a house.
Right.
And stuff gets out of hand, stuff happens that
Oh, then
shouldn't
I understand,
happen.
but nothing happened that night.
Okay.
Nothing at all. I mean, we barely talked that night.
Like right now you're charged with first-degree intentional
Right,
homicide.
right.
Okay?
Right.
So, and what I'm getting at with the whole domestic violence thing is
Right.
things happen.
Right, and I
Two people
understand.
get into arguments, stuff,
Right.
there's conflict. Okay?
Right.
Even in the best marriages, there's conflict.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we had no storybook romance, but we never had fights since we moved up here. We got along great.
We know
Yeah,
things have been physical in the past, though. Let's be honest.
They weren't choking in the past, and that's honest. When I told her I wasn't paying on that.
But Michael, that's not true. Okay?
Well, that is true.
The stuff from Muskego, we've got the jail recordings of you talking with her on the phone.
Yeah, oh, I've got
You-
those too. I've listened to them.
Okay, and
Right.
you plain out say on there that you choked her.
No, I didn't. I said regardless. Oh, my God.
I can play it for you.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. I just want to be open and straight.
All right. Well, I am
Okay.
too, but I never even got near her that night. I never gave her a kiss.
This is just a clip of it.
He's gonna kill you and run down his driveway and kick her down. You think I wasn't scared to death of you? Very scared. It's not my fault, Mike. Don't try to blame it on me. Only someone else should try to blame it on me. Yeah, thanks. Guess what? You choked me too. You were scared.
I mean, right on there, you
Well, I
say
went-
that
no,
you
like
admit
she-
to doing it and that you wanted to.
Okay,
Mike.
see, choking and pushing her back and touching her shoulders is one thing, because I was trying to get her to go to quiet, because her dad was sitting in a chair in the other room, and he wouldn't actually understand what was going on. When we were arguing, she was drunk at the time. Didn't you also hear on that tape, or somewhere in that tape several times, it took her a month to bail me out because she was drunk and she couldn't come to get me because she couldn't drive.
Okay, well, the Muskego stuff, we also have pictures of her neck. There's red on her neck. You admit on here that you did choke her, so I
didn't
know
choke
physical
her.
stuff has happened in the past,
Mike.
Mike.
Well, there might have been physical, but there was no choking.
Okay.
I would never. Okay, I don't want to.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to argue with. I'm just
Right,
trying to have,
I don't want to argue either, but
I don't want to deal in all kinds of theories and stuff that
Right,
you just
right.
kind of remember now, which you didn't tell us before. Okay, if we're being completely straight, there's a lot of stuff that you're talking about now that you suddenly remember that you haven't told us in the
well,
past.
put it this way: like I said, I'm still sticking to the part that I am 100% innocent. But from the day that she passed, I was irate.
I get that.
I had problems. That's why I called you people.
I get
And
that.
I actually needed a crisis line, and my drinking that day didn't help.
Right. And I also think that something happened that night between the two of you. That's the evidence that we have is that something happened in that house. Okay? And let me just put this,
all
let me
right,
just
well,
say
yeah,
this.
I'll understand.
Let me just say this. I was talking about the domestic violence stuff. People get in conflicts.
Right.
People get in, there's issues.
Right.
All right?
Right.
There's a huge difference between two people getting in a conflict, it turns physical, and things go too far where something unintentional happens, and a huge difference between that and somebody setting out to physically harm and kill somebody.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You don't seem like the kind of guy that's going to just decide, I'm going to go and kill my girlfriend.
No, I would never.
Okay.
I had no reason to.
Okay?
I mean, I worked for her. That's why I went all the way down there to work, so we had money. we're getting along great here. I mean,
Okay.
we had no interference from her family. The only thing is the only thing she didn't like about up here, she was lonely.
Okay.
And the only thing I didn't like, I said, there's too many people in and out of that house when I'm gone, and there's nothing I can do.
Okay. Well, if we're going to be honest here, what was the source of the conflict that night?
There was no
what
conflict that night. There was no
Well,
conflict that
there
night.
had to have been, Michael.
There was no conflict. I wish I had cameras in my house now because of this.
Okay. I mean, I need you to be straight
I'm
with me.
being straight with you. There was no conflict. She hasn't done anything wrong. And
Okay.
she just, well, you guys informed me, well, I guess you've been lying to me too, because I didn't know she had an enlarged heart either.
Okay. Okay. So, talking about potential sources of conflict, what would make her think that you were going to be upset with her about some money issue on Friday? I mean, was she spending too much?
I
Was
don't
she...
know. As long as the bills
Okay.
are paid, I don't care. I don't
Okay.
care what she did. She could buy anything she wanted.
Okay.
I just go to work during the week. I didn't go, every once in a while I go for maybe a ride over to a friend's house, sit with him for 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
My daughter wanted me to do something at the house. I cut the grass and then go to bed. I was in bed by 6
Okay.
o'clock every night.
I mean, you mentioned that you talked with Sheila several times that week, or that Friday even.
I think I talked to her
Okay.
maybe 2 or 3 times. I'm not
Okay.
sure. But my phone is still in the house. You can look at that too.
Okay. Well, the problem is there's no record of those calls on your phone. There's
There has to
nothing
be,
on there
because
all week. I mean,
Well, that cannot be, because that's the only...
I'm telling you the truth.
Well, then I think you guys better get a hold of my carrier, because that's the only phone I have in my truck, is
Okay.
my phone.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only way she gets a hold of me. That's the only way I communicate with my boss. I had to have that phone to work.
Okay.
So then maybe you better check with my boss too.
So I'm telling you, when we dump one of these phones,
Okay, but
You get
then that don't make no
everything
sense,
off of it.
because if she has no communication with me at all that week, then how did my boss communicate with me? Do you know what I'm saying?
well, that's not a necessarily a related thing.
Or,
I mean,
or wait, or
guess what
maybe
I'm
you're
saying
thinking
is-
she called me from the,
I'm thinking that there
The
wasn't any
landline.
calls between the two of you.
oh
at
no,
all.
we talked, you know, you can ask my daughter.
There's no record of it though.
Well,
That's
you-
the problem.
Well, you can ask my daughter if I talked to her in the morning, because
Okay.
my daughter would be awake sometimes at that time in the morning. She would hear me talking to Sheila.
Okay.
I don't know why I would lie about talking to her.
Okay. I mean, I guess what I'm getting at, Michael, is that we're at the point where the only evidence that we have is stuff that points to you.
Okay.
Okay.
But I can
And
have my
and
phone,
Sheila-
son drop off that phone. I
Okay.
don't even know how to work that damn phone. I never,
You're talking about your landline phone?
Yeah,
Okay.
landline.
But, and the fact remains that Sheila died because someone strangled her.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everything we have points to you.
Okay.
Okay? I know you've had different theories
Right.
that you've spoken
And
about.
the only reason I'm upset,
And
if
we've
I
worked
did
through
this,
those.
I deserve everything I get. I loved her, you know.
Oh, I know you did.
I had no reason to hurt her. Especially, I wasn't drinking, I wasn't doing nothing. I just come in and I took a shower and slept. I didn't even go in the back room until I woke up at 4 o'clock. Oh my God, this is just a nightmare.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense that somebody could sneak into your house
If the back
and
door is open,
strangle your girlfriend
well, I think it is
without
very
you
possible.
knowing.
These guys,
Okay.
I am deaf, and when I sleep, I have the TV on.
Right, but you heard her get up to go and get a beer in the
She
kitchen.
dropped the beer on the floor.
Okay. Well, I can guarantee you, and I've talked, and either of those two guys trying to sneak in your back door with a blind dog in the house that barked every time that we came
He didn't
over,
bark it. It's
strangled your girlfriend in the same house that you're in, we've talked about struggling and things like that. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay,
Michael.
all right.
It's just not plausible.
Okay, now another thing is, what about hand size? Because they have smaller hands than I do. Does that mean anything either?
Not really, no.
No? Okay, see.
No. No, and I think what you're talking about in the ME's report is...
See, I know nothing about it.
Yeah, that's the size of the bruising. That doesn't indicate anything about the size of
Right.
hands at all, okay? But, I mean, the theories that you're coming up with just don't add up, aren't making sense,
Okay.
okay? And...
Well, that one thing that doesn't make sense is about calling up the following day that he doesn't remember being there picking up his motorcycle with his son. That don't make sense.
Well, that doesn't make sense, but that still doesn't put him anywhere near your house or in the house
Right.
when Sheila passed away.
Right.
Okay? We still have the fact that the only two in that house are you and her. Okay? And I know you've been sitting here a while and everything, and
Right.
it seems to me that, yeah, you really do care about her. Okay? I believe that. But I know
Didn't do
things
nothing.
happen.
I didn't do a damn
Okay.
thing. And that I'm going to stick to.
Okay?
I didn't do a damn thing.
Okay. You know, and like I said, a lot of times this stuff happens where it's not
no reason
intended.
to. I wasn't mad or nothing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That was kind of hard because her birthday and her anniversary was Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to work through. I get it.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't even give her a kiss that day.
Okay. Was there an issue with money? Some money that you gave her that week or that day?
No, nothing at all. Nothing at all. And something's wrong with your phone because you got to see records in my phone. There's got to be.
Okay.
Because I know I called her, because I call her every time before I leave on Friday.
Okay.
I always tell her, I just got off work, I'm running to the car,
Okay.
no, usually I call her when I'm in the car, if I have the car or the truck. If I'm going on a bike, I'll call her right before and I say I'm on my way.
And that may be. I can have Chris double check and
Right.
you know, but that still doesn't get us past the point that
Right.
you and her are the only ones in that
Right,
house.
I understand that, but
Okay.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
That's it. I didn't do it.
You know,
I
like
just,
said,
I rack my brain every night trying to.
there's a huge difference between something being, you know, something happening that you don't intend to happen,
Right.
and being an intentional act.
Oh, I understand
You
that.
get what I'm saying?
Oh, I understand that. And like I said, you know, I was just dog tired. Just dog tired.
Okay.
The only thing I was disappointed in was her smoking too many cigarettes that week, but nothing to get mad about, you know.
Okay.
Because I knew her health was getting bad, and I kept telling her to go to the doctor. But every time she go to the doctor, all they do is give her more pills. And she was on so many pills.
Yeah.
When I met her, she didn't take a damn pill. She took what do you call it? NyQuil to go to
Yeah.
sleep at night.
That she was definitely on plenty of medications.
Yeah,
I know that.
way too many
You know.
medications.
And she had her share of health issues.
What else did she have wrong with her?
Well, I know about the enlarged heart and then the COPD.
Because my daughter's got that.
So the COPD issue with
And that makes sense
smoking
with her back hurting, because Sheila said her back used to hurt, and I told her, well, just sit down. Because my daughter, well, I don't know if she's younger, but her heart is enlarged and her severe back pains. So bad that she couldn't go to work, so it helped out with me living there because I was paying her mortgage, but
Okay.
as
You know, and in her health, the condition that she was in, you know, if you guys got into some kind of conflict and stuff happened,
I didn't get
it would make it,
Oh, I understand
that
that.
much,
Yeah, I understand
you
that.
know,
yeah, right.
things can happen very unintentionally, very
Oh, right.
quickly,
I
right?
understand it, but I didn't do a damn thing, and I knew something was weird when I woke up and Lucky was there.
Okay.
Orange juice, that glass still throws me. Because once, that's another thing, when Sheila starts drinking, I never bought her too much. Well, I already bought her 30 packs and she drank that, but it took her a whole day, but she never got stupid. But once she started drinking, she would never stop until it was gone. And that's why the orange glass throws me, because she, even though she drank her wine cooler, she started on my beer, she left a few beers, but she wouldn't stop. She would keep going. And with the orange glass, that's why I said that the orange juice glass is totally off. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Okay. Okay. Well, I hate to keep beating the same drum.
Right, yeah,
but
right.
The,
Right,
the,
I understand.
the theories that you're coming up with don't make any
Right,
sense.
they don't. Well, nothing makes sense to me. It does to you guys, but it doesn't to me.
And I guess my point of view is everything is pointing to you.
Right.
I'm trying to help you out a little bit here because
I'm trying to help you too, and I'm trying to help myself at the same time. But I'll take it to my grave. I didn't hurt her. I wouldn't want to hurt her. No matter how mad I got to her, I would never hit her, and I'm not going to kill her.
Okay.
And I would never kick her out.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Michael, let's take a couple minutes break, okay?
Okay.
And I'll be back in with you in just a second here,
Okay.
okay?
All right. Well, maybe you got more to go with me?
I don't know, we'll see, okay?
Oh,
If I
okay.
come up with any other questions, I'll be right back.
All right.
So, yeah, here's the gist of it, okay? And in talking with Detective Gam, he does all our phone analysis.
Right.
Okay. He uses exactly the same stuff that the feds use to.
Okay,
Just
well,
Mike,
okay,
just
all right.
let me finish, okay?
Okay.
Let me finish. There's no records of any calls between Sheila and you all during that week. Okay. There is no records on your phone
All
whatsoever.
right. Okay.
Being straight with you.
Okay, well, that, I don't know how that could be.
Let me finish.
Oh, my
okay.
God.
And we did speak, obviously, with Sheila's mother about this.
She
Okay.
talked
And
to her
she
every day at
mentioned
4.
she mentioned that Sheila expressed concerns with her that you guys were going to get in some kind of an argument over money when you got home.
Why?
What would that be about?
I don't know. That's news to me.
Okay. I don't know. Okay.
Why
But
would
that's out there. Okay. So what I'm getting at,
I
okay.
have no idea.
You know, the reason I'm
She knows
talking
something
about
that I don't know.
Okay, let me finish.
Okay.
The reason I'm talking about all this domestic violence stuff, unintentional consequences, things that happen that you don't intend to do.
Right.
Okay. The charge that you're facing right now, you're looking at a long, long time.
Oh, I know. The
Right.
rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. Yes, I know that.
And I'm trying to help you out here.
Well, my life's pretty
but
much
I need-
over without her
let me-
anyways.
Just let me finish, okay? Without all the evidence that we have points to you, okay? It doesn't point to anybody else. The other
Correct.
theories about Steve don't hold any water at all right
Right,
now.
okay.
Okay?
Right.
And what I'm trying to give you an opportunity to do is to express to me or tell me exactly what happened that night, because quite honestly, without you taking any responsibility for what happened or led up to her death, let me finish.
Okay.
What happened in whatever part you played in her death, okay, you're still going to be looking at that very long time.
Right.
Okay, the max penalty for first degree intentional homicide is okay, it's life imprisonment.
Yeah, I know that.
Here we witness the psychology of absolute finality. By tying his self-worth entirely to the victim, he creates an emotional wall that makes admission feel meaningless. If his life is already over, confession serves no purpose. This is not just denial. It is terminal grief, weaponized as a defense. He refuses the pragmatic plea because accepting any responsibility would shatter the last remaining identity he has left. In his mind, dying with that identity intact is preferable to living with the label of a killer.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why I'm telling you there's a huge difference between that and something that happens unintentionally.
Right.
I'm not going to lie to you and tell you there's no penalties there. Okay.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're
There's
saying.
a huge difference. There's quite a huge difference.
Right. Oh, I understand. I thought
Okay.
all about that too. And you know what? I didn't do a thing, and I'm not going to plea bargain for something that I didn't do.
Okay.
I didn't kill her. My life is over without her. I can't be alone, and I do what you want. At least I won't be alone.
Okay. I mean, I want you to give me. I wanted to
I
give you
didn't
the
do
opportunity.
nothing. I didn't
Okay.
do a thing to her. I had no reason to do a thing to her. I can't be alone. And that's fine. I'm not going to plead to something that I didn't do.
Okay.
If I did it, I'll own up to it and accept responsibility. Then I wouldn't be so upset. I'm just upset that she's gone. I could really give a rat's ass about myself because I ain't nothing without her.
Okay.
I'm not pleading for something that I didn't do. Just to save my hide. No,
Well, it's not just to save your hide. It's
Right.
okay.
Right.
Part of my job is to find the truth of what
well, I
actually
understand
happened.
that, but my life don't matter without her. She's gone, and I'm pretty much, I could deal with stuff and get her out
Okay.
here or in prison.
Okay. I mean, you're a relatively young guy yet. I mean,
No, I'm not.
okay, you're not
I
that
can't
old.
hear, I can't see. I just started being able to read books because a couple weeks ago, I finally got my glasses.
Okay. And like I said, I mean, part of my job is to find the actual truth.
I understand.
Okay?
I understand.
And that's why you're charged with what you're charged with, because that's the alternative that we have
Right.
right now.
But you need to. Then you better call my boss and ask him if he ever called me that week
Okay.
to my phone. And
But
yes-
even if he did, Michael, that doesn't have anything to do with that night.
Oh, if your records are short, well, maybe. Did the landline show up?
No. There's
See,
no
I never
records of me
delete
calling.
nothing on my phone. This is what I don't understand either.
Okay.
How can this happen? Because I even call my neighbors sometime during the week. Well, that just don't make no sense whatsoever.
Okay. Well, I mean that's a small part of what we're at.
Right,
the
right.
broader
Oh, I
picture
understand
here.
that, but yeah,
Okay.
everything that's oh my god.
You know, but
This can't get
like
any
I
worse.
said, I mean, we're not just out looking to
Right, I
hammer
understand.
somebody. I want the actual truth of what
Oh,
happened.
so do I. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, you know, just based on my experience working a lot of these domestic type things, is it happens between a couple, and at times it goes further than it should.
Right.
And I've seen that so many times.
Right. Oh, I understand
know,
it, but
And if
We
that's
had
the
no-
case here,
we had no argument
Okay.
at all that
and if
night.
that's the case where something happened that you did not intend to happen,
Right.
we need to know that, because that makes a huge difference in how we pursue this.
We had no altercation. We had no fight.
Okay.
I didn't strangle her. I didn't even go in the back bedroom until 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Because I got up at 1:30 to take a pee, and she was on the bed watching TV.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'll take you back over then.
All right.
You know how to contact us if you
Yeah.
want to talk about anything else, all right?
But yeah, I was serious about my phone.
Okay. I'll talk with Detective Gammon and have him take a look. But
Or
there's-
if you want, I'll have my kid drop off the landline.
Okay.
He'll have to give you the base too, because you're gonna have to
Okay.
plug in. It's
Well,
an
that-
older phone.
That we would have to, if there's any records, it would come from the phone
Well,
company itself. So.
I didn't delete nothing unless she
Yeah,
does.
but that's
I can answer your question about the phone. I just
okay.
here in the last couple minutes of this.
I looked at your phone.
Okay.
Like you said, I use the same equipment that the feds use to dump
Okay.
data from phones, okay? There's certainly records of you texting your biker buddies every morning, you know, saying ride or die, and all your friends that you text. There's calls to and
Ride or
from,
die.
or whatever your group you guys text on.
Oh, they text all the time.
Yeah, you get those texts. There's phone calls between you and your boss. There's phone calls between you.
What about the
and your
text from
daughter.
Sheila that she needed cigarettes?
That's
You've
the
seen that on my
only-
phone,
That's
too.
the only communication that she had with you that entire week was that text. There's no calls to you or from you on your phone. There's no calls to you or from you on her phone.
Well, even my daughter can testify on that one because she hears me talking to her every day.
Not that week, Mike.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, not that week. There's no record.
Okay,
of
all
those-
right, well,
those
I don't know.
There's no record.
See, I never look, when the phone rings, especially when I work, I don't look to see what it is and just screen calls. Okay, well, then
Even if you wouldn't answer it, it would still show up on your phone.
right, well, that's what I'm saying, that's what,
And there's no record of anything that whole week.
well, maybe it's my landline. All I know is I think it ends in 4-3 or 5-3.
There's no record of that landline
Okay,
calling.
well, I guess it is what it is, but.
Right, it is what
right.
it is. And at the end of the day,
There's something, at the end of the day, I know I talked to her during the week, because we all go more than it.
at the end of the day,
Okay.
you're gonna have to make a decision on what you wanna do.
Right,
And right now, there's no light at the end of the tunnel.
right.
And the only way there's gonna be some light at the end of the tunnel is with you coming forward and telling us exactly what happened.
If that's the case, if I did it, I wish I knew. To tell you the truth, I would take a
No,
lie
I-
detector test, I would do
I
anything.
think you've told so many lies, Mike, that you are believing what you're saying.
What did I lie about? Okay, well, you said I lied about not killing her, but now you're saying I didn't talk to her during the week? Wow, this is...
She asked for cigarettes
Yeah,
on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
You didn't respond to that.
because I got the text.
Yeah, but you didn't.
I talked to her.
You didn't respond to her. You didn't call her. You
I
didn't say anything.
saved that text.
And you said you got home with wine coolers and beer.
Yeah.
And your neighbor
And 2
said,
packs of cigarettes.
and you drove the motorcycle home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your neighbor says you drove your truck home, not your motorcycle, and you didn't have anything with you.
Because I
he
didn't
was
come in
upset.
right away. I went to the door first.
He was there when you drove into the driveway. You didn't
Right.
have anything in your hand.
I had a 12-pack of Budweiser,
did not.
2 big
Tim
Twisted
said-
Tea
so-
Ice Cooler.
So
Ask-
Tim's,
No, I didn't say Tim when I bought it.
I don't
Fish,
have,
a
I
guy
don't
named
have
Fish
that.
was working there.
His son is right there.
When I was at home.
He sees you come home. There's
saw you
nothing
come
in
in
your
the
hands,
driveway.
and you weren't on the motorcycle. And
Yes, I
you-
was on a motorcycle.
No, no. You were in your truck.
Okay,
And
now
you
let
were
me
driving
finish
your
this.
truck.
Wait. Here. Even the guy
motorcycle-
that I denied to have anything to do with the club anymore. Then how is it this that my daughter was going camping that week? Okay, or the following weekend, I came home with the bike. Okay, and after she passed. My daughter was leaving that Thursday to go camping, and Sheila's car was down there, okay? Sheila's car, not my truck. I had either the car there and the bike and the truck, never all three.
That has nothing to do with
Our
the
president had
Friday.
to come up here to give me a ride back down there,
That has
so I was
nothing
here
to
that
do with
Thursday.
that Friday. You came home
Okay.
with your truck. You didn't have anything with you.
Okay, all right, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they go by and ask them, they got footage, don't they?
No.
They have no footage of me there.
No.
Okay.
They have no footage available.
Oh my God. This is getting better and better. No camera, no, oh wow.
After approximately 5 hours of deliberation, the jury returned a not guilty verdict. Despite the acquittal, Ingold did not go free. On recorded jail calls, Ingold allegedly made violent threats, including statements about killing prosecutors and detectives. He faces up to 60 years in prison on these new charges.
Please comment, like, and share this video. Subscribe on this channel to stay with our community.